Welcome to Real Life Truth on Thursday. What is this? This is where we can talk the absolute truth. And you may have heard sometimes the truth hurts. Only if you're not willing to take it. So these episodes and these series, they're only about speaking the truth. And if you have something that you want to speak about the truth, or a topic you want to discuss, or even come on the show to discuss it, put it in the comments, let me know, and we can set something up, as long as you're all about getting to the truth. So in this episode, what I want to talk about is the fact that when people care more about their stories than they actually care about the result, you know that like they're so in love with their excuses, they're like lost sight of what result they're actually looking for. You know, the excuses, the justifications, the reasons that come up of why, you know, someone else is to blame, or why the marketplace, or, you know, Brexit or COVID is the reason why they're not doing it. And they create this whole story around why it's not working for them. And like, really the result is, oh yeah, I need to, you know, get this property deal, or I want to make £10,000 a month cash flow. So that's the result. But the story of why not to do it, oh, this person scammed me, or, you know, this person let me down, my team is to blame. And they're actually in love. Think about this. Do you know someone like this? Put it in the comments if you know. I mean, I don't put their name in the comments. I don't think you have to go that far. But like, do you know somebody who is so in love with their story? You know, their story, their excuses. Look, they come up with such a lie, which obviously is the opposite of the truth. They come up with such a lie of why it's okay, and they're more in love with the lie, they're more in love with the story than it is the result. Why do people do this? And look, I've done this before, and if I ever catch myself doing this, I have to like slap myself out of it, because it's a crazy thing. You know, what we want to do is what? Blame someone else, you know, justify, so what? We don't get hurt. Yeah, that we don't get hurt, or like we're protecting ourselves. Isn't this crazy? Because if anything, that story is the exact thing that is going to keep us away from the result. Isn't it true? Wouldn't you agree? Is that a truth right there? Is that a real life truth on Thursday? Think of that. Yeah, like the story that you're so in love with and that you care about more than the result is the exact thing that's going to stop you getting the result. So what are you going to do about it? This is the question. First of all, you've got to admit it. You know, and how willing are you to admit that, yeah, actually, I mean, think of this, right? What you need to do right now is come up with a goal. Yeah, do this right now. So 12 months from today, just come up with a goal. It might be, you know, a monthly financial goal. It might be, you know, a mindset shift. It might be a number of clients. It might be set up a business. So come up with a 12 months goal. Yeah, come up with a 12 months goal. So now you've got that 12 months goal. Just quickly come up with one, just to get it in your head. Now, answer this question. Why don't you have that already? Why don't you have that already? Come on. Yeah? Answer that question. Pause this video, answer that question. If you really want to go for it, write this down. Because what you're going to come up with right now, so if you pause the video and you did this, and now you're back on here, now what are you going to write down? You're going to write down your story. You're going to write down your reasons. You're going to write down all your excuses. Oh, I didn't have the break, I didn't know what I was doing, all the rest of it. The truth is, you just created a story and you cared more about that than you care about the actual result. Yeah, because the result is something that's going to help you move forward. The result is a goal, it's a target that you're going to hit. And rather than actually making the move, you know, because you're 12 months away from it now. That's why you're saying, okay, 12 months from today I want to do this. Yeah, but the fact is, if you'd have made moves anyway and not been in love with your story or your excuses, you would have already been there. You'd have got there, you'd have made the move, or you'd have found out, actually, I want something different. But now, you're too late. You're not too late, but like, you're behind. Yeah, and so what's the moral of this whole episode? Is the fact that you got to make sure that you set your eye on the target, what result it is that you're looking for, And you got to make sure that anytime anything other than something positively moving towards that is a story, an excuse, you want to blame someone, you want to say, oh, you know, I want to change the target or the result now, then, you know, you're just caring more about not looking stupid than the actual result. Yeah, or you didn't ask for help, you didn't get the right support around you, didn't have the right people, the right environment, the right crowd. You didn't, you know, pay for somebody to coach you, you know, high quality coach who knows how to stop you telling yourself these bullshit stories, which are, again, are the exact thing that stop you getting the result. This happened to me, so I did this for years, man. When I was a kid, I was telling so many porcupines that I lost sight of what was real, what was not real. Yeah, what I want to do right now is I just want to get to the truth, you know, because that moment of uncomfortableness or discomfort, let's call it, awkwardness, maybe that where maybe where your ego feels a little bit bruised, you know, that kind of discomfort, or you may even say a little bit of pain right there, is nothing compared to what it is of living a life of like mediocrity. Yeah, not getting to the places, having so many stories and so many excuses and rationalizations of why this didn't happen, or why I didn't make this move, or why it was that person's fault, or why it was the marketplace, or why it was the client, or you didn't have any money, or you don't have any money, or you didn't know, or you didn't know it worked like that. Like, whatever story you're going to come up with, it's literally, you know what you might as well do? You might as well say, hey, I want to walk over there and I want to walk in my front door. That's my goal. You might as well build a brick wall in front of your front door. And the front door is the result that you want to do. You want to walk through that door, you want to walk through that opportunity, you might as well build a brick wall. That's the equivalent of what your story is. So you got to remember,
mile at the roundabout, take the third exit onto A511.
Very informative, thank you. And what you got to remember is noticing the difference. Yeah, noticing the difference between, hey, what's really going on here? And that's why you always got to set goals, yeah, in an elevated state, an elevated emotion, because that's when you're in the best state. Then what you got to do is commit to it. Now let me tell you my definition of commitment. My definition of commitment is doing what I said I was going to do long after the feeling that I said it in has gone. You know, because that feeling goes and my feelings change and other things come up. So, you know, I'm going to make a commitment in an elevated emotion, elevated state, because that's the best place. That's where I'm going to get the most out of myself. That's where I'm going to discover my true potential, rather than actually playing it safe, playing small games like we've been taught to do all our lives. And once I do that, then I've got to stay committed. So whether I feel like it or not, I've got to do what I'm supposed to do when I'm supposed to do it. Anything other than doing that or moving towards this,
exit the roundabout onto A511,
or making this happen, is a story. So I hope you that helps you. I hope you put it in the comments and let me know. Let me know what you feel about this subject, because I'll tell you something. So these episodes of Truth on Thursday, oh my goodness, you better get ready, because we got some great subjects and we got some great people. Now, if you know someone who is all about the truth, yeah, seeking the truth, the people who
take the second exit and stay on A511.
You're a bit loud, my darling. Yeah, let me turn you down. Yeah, if you know somebody who seeks the truth, yeah, and you want to put them in touch so we can have a discussion on the Real Life Truth on Thursday panel, then please do put them our way with your reason of why you feel they'll be a good candidate. Yeah, because I know there's some people who seek the truth. I know there's some people who love it to, you know, just give it blunt, no beating around the bush. So if you know anybody like that, you let us know. But until then, you make sure that you're not falling in love with your story and you care more about your story than you do about the result. And to do that, you just need to make sure you do the right thing for the right reason, because that is the only way that you're going to discover your true potential.